Hello, it's Natasha, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not new to my channel, welcome. I will do, my videos consist of honest reviews, regardless to how I have acquired the item. So all of my opinions and my experiences are completely honest, non-biased, non-fabricated. They're all from my personal experience. I will not, and never will I sugarcoat anything. They are always going to be very, very honest. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the Louis Vuitton Small Ring Agenda, or also known as the PM Agenda, or Agenda PM. This is in the monogram canvas, and it is made with one piece of canvas. That's why there is no stitching here to divide it. This one is a different piece of canvas that is inserted in the back portion and attached for the button. This has, when you open it, it has 6 rings that are pretty consistently separate, divided. The reason that I put something here to buffer the hardware to the leather lining is, if you've noticed right there, I'm gonna pick it up, there are stainings and there are marks, and I don't want that to happen on my leather lining. And I also do that on the back part of my agenda. So I like to keep my items as long as possible, and I just don't want it to have a lot of wear and tear if I can prevent it. Now, I never really thought I would own an agenda, because I thought I've graduated from agendas like long ago. It really is the type of person that will have an agenda and will enjoy and love it. Now, what I use for my agenda, I do not use for monthly, weekly, or daily organization or calendar keeping. I use this in tracking my bills. So I have a hard copy with all the details of the bills that I paid. It also includes, because I'm pregnant right now, I have to, I'm trying to count how much water I intake in a day so that I can prevent cramping and other body aches, headaches, and all that stuff. So that's what I do. And I also have certain things that probably potential projects for the house, inside the house, the front or the back, front and backyard, what my husband and I have planned, or what I have planned, we've discussed, he has planned, we've discussed, and we both agreed on. We just bought our house less than a year ago, so there are a lot of things that we want to change to make it our own. Our house is fairly new, so most of the things that we want to do are aesthetic, and a lot of them is just things that we're interested in, like gardening, flowers, growing certain plants, certain fruits, certain vegetables, that type of thing. Also, if we want to change a color of a specific room, that's what we want to do. If, you know, certain things like that. That's what I've kept one of the dividers for. I did separate it for, you know, yard and inside the house and stuff like that. I also, another reason why I got the size is because I have, in my daily rotation. Now, what is my daily rotation? My daily rotation is the type of bags, mostly Louis Vuitton bags that I will use, or I could possibly use in different days of the week. One of them in the rotation, my 2 smallest bags, is the Current PM and the Site GM. I haven't made a video of either one so far. I will do that at some point. But for now, all my concern was I wanted to make sure this was going to fit in those small rotation bags, and it does. I also wanted something small and compact because after we go to a hardware store and we look around and we've already agreed on like a brand, the type of item, the price, then I will already put it down. So there is no point in, if we're already done with all of that, there is no point in having something bigger. Just for those purposes though. Again, I do not use this for any kind of calendar keeping. Pros, size, weight, durability because it's canvas. Con, I don't see a con of this. I use this every day. Literally every day because I I take down how much water I drink in a day. So would I recommend this to anybody looking for an agenda? Yes, I do. Would I recommend this size? That would depend on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to use it in a way that this size is going to be convenient for you, you prefer smaller bags, you don't mind switching your calendar for the monthly very often, or your dailies very often, or your weeklies very often, or maybe you just do a monthly, and maybe you just do 2 weeks for the weekly and maybe a week for the dailies, or whatever you want to fit in here, then this will be perfect for you. If you do have a bigger hands, bigger handwriting, it's too small for you, and you don't mind the bigger size of the medium or the MM, then maybe this isn't for you, because I have noticed there are certain people on YouTube, as well as I belong in a Louis Vuitton Addicted Facebook group. It's called Louis Vuitton Addicted Buy and Sell. And a lot of people have mentioned that they will try the PM, and they can't stand how small it is, and they can't fit everything that they want to. And what they do is they will sell it, and they will just get the MM. I don't see myself selling this. I love it. I use this again every day. I feel like it's so redundant. I keep saying it over and over again, but I do use this every day. I know I've only had this a few months. That's why it's initial. It's kind of like a first impression for me. A little bit of a short review. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the date code, which I peeped on it earlier, is RA, which is a made in France country code. The numbers are 1177, so that it translates to the 4th week of April 2017. So this is very new, but I have used this every day since I have it. I love it. The only con that I could say is the size for the pendants. It's really small. Let me just show you. It's really small. And I don't have a regular pen. I have a thick pen, and it doesn't fit in there. It only fits this much. Let me show you. There. It only fits this much. That's the tightest it's gonna go. So what I do is I just pop it like that. Pop it like that, like that. And close it. And there you go. It won't slide off. Oh, there it is. It slid off. But typically I don't swirl it around. But, you know, when you handle it normally, it doesn't really pop off all the time. I have this with me, again, every day. I have it on the side table. If you do have bigger hands, bigger handwriting, you do a lot of calendar organizing, and you don't want to switch all the time, but you want it, you don't want to get the GM size. MM might be perfect for the medium ring. It is bigger than this one, but what I have seen, because of the size, it can still fit a lot of bags, a lot of purses, maybe not a lot of crossbodies, but that will be the sacrifice you're gonna just have to take. You're just gonna have to use bigger bags. For the GM or the large ring agenda, it looks really big to me, and I think it is so heavy that I don't believe it's good for when you're on the go, just because it's so heavy. But that is my personal preference as well, because I do have a medium size hand. That's medium size for gloves. My fingers are long, my hand is wide, but it's not completely very meaty. So certain things can weigh down really heavily, and it does hurt my wrist here. So if I do, or I would want to get the large ring agenda or agenda GM, it would probably most likely be a desk agenda. The reason I don't want to get the desk agenda is because it doesn't have a ring. So you are going to have to replace it with a notebook that you're just going to insert in there. The pocket organizer, I'm not sure if it does have a ring, but it does not have the snap closure. So I don't really like that as well. My old agenda or organizer always had a snap closure, and I really do like that. I like that because if I put it in my bag, or if it does fall, it's not going to just flip everything out and just disarray what I've done. So I would prefer the snap closure. The mini is really very small. It's way smaller than this, like this size. It's small. To me, that would be too small for me. So this would be the smallest that I would go. Again, I would recommend this to someone that doesn't mind the size, doesn't mind changing their monthly calendars if they are doing the calendar organization, who likes smaller bags, who will actually benefit from it. And it's not a bad thing if it's not for you, because they do have a total of, how many sizes? Five sizes? Six different sizes. 2 of them do not have a snap closure, and 4 of them do. In the canvas, this also does come in the damier ebene and the damier azur. I forgot if this still is available in the epi leather, and if it does, I believe it also comes in the noir, which for whatever reason, noir is kind of like the all-around color, or black, the all-around color that they have on their leathers. You will always see that. All the other colors are kind of selective on which items they will put that on. So don't really underestimate this, because you never know you're going to enjoy it. But again, if it's not your preference, and my older agenda really was in the size, and I did enjoy it. So I can see myself getting that, and I have been contemplating on getting that as well, just because I've reached, something has changed in my life, and I'm going to have to use a lot more organization. However, this is too small for that. So I don't know. I'm thinking of getting it. I don't know when, but maybe I'll do an unboxing of that if I do get it. So thank you so much for listening to my experience, what I do with it, how I have enjoyed my Louis Vuitton Small Ring Agenda, or Agenda PM. If you have any questions, if you enjoyed my video, feel free to leave a comment or give me a like on my video. If you love watching review videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as a part of my subscriber for my channel. Again, any other questions, comments, if you want to drop by and say hi, feel free to do that. I have my Instagram handle there, and as well as my email address in the bottom below. And I will link all of my other videos that are connected to Louis Vuitton. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day. Bye.